Hey everybody, welcome back to Happily Hester After. So this is our first bump date of the third trimester.
Hey guys.
As you can see, Honey decided he wanted to join us for this one because he has so much to share about what pregnancy is like.
I'm the star of the show, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just a prop.
I'm here to explain all of you women what pregnancy is and how it works.
Oh boy.
So hopefully you guys are, become well educated after this talk.
Mostly he's here because I have pregnancy brain, so he can tell all the things that I've forgotten about.
Different symptoms.
But yeah, so this is the 31-week bump date. Technically, I have like an hour and a half before I'm actually 31 weeks, but by the time this is posted, I'm going to be 31 weeks because it's like the middle of the night.
Well, she'll technically be 31 weeks in like a day or 3 because who knows when we're actually posting.
I'm trying to post on Friday.
We'll try.
It's Wednesday.
We'll try.
It's Wednesday, like at night. Anyway.
We'll try.
Anyway, so 31 weeks.
And 3 days.
Stop, you're making me
So this is what's been going on.
So this is what's been going on. So the last time that I talked to you guys, I did a second trimester recap and I did a hello third trimester.
And I'm sure that was great.
Yes. But now I get to go into detail about what has been going on for the past 3 weeks because technically the third trimester started on 28
We're
weeks.
not going to get into that because every single region and every country
some people think it's like
doctor
I don't
has
know.
a different
I don't know,
schedule
but technically it's supposed to be at 28 weeks. So I've been in the third trimester for 3 weeks, and let me tell you something. I don't know what happened, but like I want to say at like the 29-week mark, things just like went completely left field.
I agree.
So y'all already know. Y'all already know I struggled through the first trimester. The second trimester was my power trimester. What they say about the second trimester being your best time, you got your best energy, you living your best life is very much true.
I also agree.
I can confirm this information.
I can as well. I was there.
Because I was rocking her. I was able to eat. I had an appetite. It was great.
I was eating with her.
Whatever.
Now, also, the foods that she ate were very different, too. So, for example, the first trimester, she wasn't able to eat super greasy foods.
I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't even able to drink water
honestly.
at some point. Like, it was crazy.
No, you weren't able to drink lemon water.
No, even water. I was like, yes.
First trimester was a mess.
You remember first trimester, toothpaste made me sick. It was crazy.
Second trimester, she was eating
I got my
everything.
appetite back. It was
She was
great.
eating the greasy food, the spicy food, and everything was going great.
Third trimester, my appetite is still here, and I am loving it.
However, a lot more picky. So, meaning it's not like smells or anything like that will make her like
nauseous. It's just what I'm in the mood for. I'm in the mood for. So, like our friends were talking about me the other day because I have been super into French fries and slushies. So
that's a little bit of what we'll talk about in a minute.
Anyway, slushies, and I'm very particular about my slushies. The second trimester, I liked the icy kind of slushies, the ones from, if you're in a region that has Quick Trip, I like the melon berry. It's technically more of an ice.
Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Aren't all slushies full of ice?
They are not.
My wife has found a distinction between all of these things that we thought were normal.
They're very different. It's different depending on where you get it from and the texture.
That's a whole nother video in and of itself, honestly.
Anyway, now I'm more into Burger King those ices, the ones that come.
There's a difference.
Yes, they come in the icy cup with the little polar bear on it, the red one. That, if I could get that and some French fries, I am a happy camper. And they need to be hot. I don't know what's going on with McDonald's nowadays, but they keep giving me these little cold fries, and I am not living for it. Not even cold, but like warm.
I still don't understand why she keeps eating McDonald's fries. We all know that Checkers fries are the best, but
no, it's Burger King. But anyway, French fries and ices have been my thing. But either way, I can still eat other things. It's just that whatever I'm craving at the time is like, okay, this is what I'm going to eat. Other than that, I'm like, I could eat.
Now, with that being said about the food, let's get into what you guys just saw earlier. She, in the last, I want to say 5 to 7 weeks, up to this point has been experiencing, wow, probably even further than that.
No, I had it for
much further than
for
that.
the second trimester, and I still have it.
So probably for the last 18 or so weeks, she's been experiencing some extreme acid reflux. Now
it's not even just acid. I just call it acid because it's literally all down here. It's in my chest up into like my throat. And
yeah,
it's just this burning acidy feeling.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of words for it: heartburn, acid reflux. But what's been happening lately is just she'll be in the middle of talking or eating or breathing or living, and then suddenly it'll be an onset of acid that just comes up, you know. And so
it makes me burp a lot.
And what we started doing some research on is why does that happen? What's going on? So
nobody knows.
No one knows, but there are some theories. So essentially, an old wives' tale suggests that it comes from the fact that your child has a lot of hair. So we actually read a whole blog on this woman's website where she showed her first child that she had no acid reflux with, like very little. Child came out relatively bald headed, right? The next child, the second one she had a whole lot of acid, a lot, right? She took a picture of this child's head, and it was full of hair. The doctor, when she was giving birth to her second child full of hair, the only thing the doctor could see was hair when the child was being born. So
now that's not to say that that happens all the time.
I did say old wives' tale.
Yeah. So it happens sometimes. Sometimes there's some people that have plenty of heartburn and the baby is like doesn't have a lot of hair. And there are plenty of people who have babies that have a lot of hair who didn't have the heartburn, but it's one of those old wives' tales that's like.
However, there's another video that we'll be doing soon about why we have got confirmation that there's a lot of hair there, and we're gonna talk about that later. But anyway,
good amount of hair. But yes,
acid.
The acid has been a major thing this trimester. Another thing, I don't know what happened at like 29 weeks, but I feel like stuff just like hit the fan. So literally, that same week, I started getting Charlie horses. Now, mind you, before this,
Let's preface. For those of you who don't know what Charlie horses are,
they're like the little...
They're cramps.
Yeah, the little cramps.
Like in your legs and muscles and stuff.
Most normal people get them in their legs. That's where I used to get mine before pregnancy. You guys, so the 29th week, I woke up in like the middle of the morning. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I got the worst Charlie horse. And I had gotten so good at avoiding getting them, but I don't know what happened. I would feel, normally I would feel it coming on and I would be like, oh no.
And we know what you guys are going to say.
But I missed it this time.
Did she take her vitamins? Does she drink water?
I'd be taking my vitamins. I drink
covered.
A whole bunch of water.
Yes.
But I guess the baby is just getting like so big now. She's taking even more of my nutrients. So I woke up with this terrible Charlie horse. And then after it went away, the pain of it stayed for like 2 or 3 days. I was like, what is going on? Then the pain from that fades away. And then like a day or two later, I was talking like on the video chat with a friend of mine. And I literally went to go sit like a normal person, like sit like this. Sometimes I sit like this. And I caught a Charlie horse in my foot. I've never even had a Charlie horse in my foot before. I was like, does this even happen to people? And it hurt so bad. And it took like minutes for me to get this thing to like calm down. I'm sitting here like
yeah, so aside from
trying to get rid of it,
aside from the electrolytes, the bananas, and all the other things and remedies,
no.
So far we found no real remedy to it.
But then while I'm trying to massage my foot, I start catching one in my calf. So I had to, it was crazy. So then, like a day later, I think I had just finished driving, I caught one in my hand. So I don't know what's going on, but I've been getting Charlie horses. So now for that, I'm working on drinking even more water. Even when I feel like I've had enough, I drink more. And I've added in Powerade to my diet so I can get some electrolytes in, and bananas so I can get some potassium. Because at this point, it's literally just that she's getting even bigger and taking up even more of my nutrients. So I gotta, up my intake of my essential vitamins and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I do take my vitamins. I do drink a lot of water, but you have to drink even more in the 3rd trimester, apparently.
And also, I mean, one of the biggest things that we've noticed is that our daughter is literally, now that baby is so big, right? They say half a pound a week or so. That's only a very modest estimate. Some people, that's not true. It's a pound a week, right? Mm-hmm. So what we've noticed is that our daughter is basically just karate chopping and kicking my wife from the inside out.
She's so active.
And
I love it.
She tends to barrel roll inside of her. So
I don't know what she would do. Sometimes she like makes this like not tickly, but it feels like this right here. I'm like,
not
what
sure,
are you doing?
but there's a lot going on in there.
She was head down at the last ultrasound, so I think she's literally like...
Yeah. And believe it or not, I'll put my, like in the mornings, I'll sometimes put my ear and my face up to her stomach. You can actually, and this is serious, right? I didn't know this. You can actually hear the baby swooshing around inside of the womb. If you put your ear up to it, fellas or women, spouses, whoever, if you're watching this and your significant other's pregnant, you can actually put your ear to their stomach and hear the baby moving around. It was a little too much for me, but that's a symptom if I've ever seen one, is the fact that the baby is now just doing everything. And I'm talking like hitting and kicking, like I've never. It actually startles me sometimes.
The movements have started to get painful. She hasn't got like one of those situations where like the baby's foot gets stuck in your rib, but she has kind of touched up here a little bit.
Yeah. And
it hurt, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But so she's more active, and I mean it makes sense because she's getting so big. But
I mean, any more symptoms other than
other than that, I do have a lot of pressure on my what is it called? My
I don't know.
My
Your stomach?
No.
Lower intestine?
Yeah, I have had a lot of pressure down there. I think because last time she was head down, I think she's been like leaning on it or something, because I was telling my husband and my doctor, like every morning that I wake up, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it is the craziest
Which
thing.
makes sense because gravity. Right?
Yeah, so she's
pulling down.
pushing up against
you got the placenta that's probably a few pounds now. You got the baby themselves who's a few pounds.
Yeah.
So you have pounds
and all
of
that's
force pushing down on your lower extremities.
So that's a thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think those are like the top symptoms that I'm getting. As you all know, I have small things that happen, and I'll mention it when I think about it. But those are like the biggest things that have had me like, oh my goodness, what's going on?
And now,
and then also nesting. But I've been nesting this whole pregnancy.
And now especially trying to get all of our materials together, car seat and stroller and baby crib and all that stuff. But now here's the most important and exciting part about a bump date. Actually showing the bump. Yes,
I haven't shown you guys my bump in a minute.
All right, here we go.
If you're on Instagram, you've seen it, but I haven't showed it on here. So, oh good, you got it perfect so that you can actually see. So this is 31
Oh wait, this is a great thumbnail. Back up.
There you go.
Right, you ready? Oh yeah.
There we go. So yes, this is my bump. Let's see it from the other side. Oh, look at the light hitting it. Okay. Woo,
yeah.
Jiggle. And then as you can see over here my little stretch marks. That's another symptom, but I've talked to you guys about that before. My stretch marks.
Yeah, that goes without saying, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Gotta stretch.
Well, it's weird that I don't have any on my actual stomach.
I don't think you actually see them until from what I learned.
Some people, they can see theirs.
From what I learned.
Oh, also, I don't know if this is a thing, but my belly button has gotten really dark. And then I have that line that goes down here. That's a normal
I think that's everybody.
symptom. But my belly button has gotten really dark. Like,
well, remember, too,
it looks dirty.
31 weeks. By the time the baby starts hitting like 4, 5, 6, 7 pounds, you're coming out. That's when you start.
Yeah, my belly button has officially popped, but it's also getting darker. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. That's my bump date.
Yeah.
For 31 weeks. We're not going to keep y'all all day, but I hope that this was able to, help you guys. Those of you that are pregnant and going through some of this crazy stuff, know that you're not alone. Pregnancy is weird.
And also comment below with any weird symptoms that you've had at this week. We'll read them, see it. Maybe if my wife has felt those, she'll comment back and let you know.
Yes, per usual. So
don't Google it. Don't Google because they'll tell you that you're having triplets.
I'm trying to tell you.
Don't do it.
But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you can get notifications whenever we post new videos. Like I said, make sure you check us out on our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Tiki, TikTok. Because we post updates on there. We post updates on there sometimes too. And then on Instagram, you definitely will see a lot more of my little bump.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just remember, y'all, God is good all the time.
And all the time, God is good.
And Lord willing, we will see y'all next time. Bye.